Do you like the free flow?
I do like the free flow.
Welcome to the Ash and Burns podcast. Two guys don't know what we're talking about, but come along for the ride. We talk about politics, religion, sex, video games, movies, pop culture, conspiracies, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoots, and
anything and everything.
That's right, Ash and Burns podcast.
Rolled up into a big juicy burrito. What's it taste
Yeah. We'll just try it. It may not work out. You're Republican, I'm Democrat. You're a firefighter, I'm a police officer. You're gay, and I'm not. Red looks good on you, Alabama.
It's the color of passion.
What's blue then? Royalty.
The color of sadness.
I mean, that's true. That's facts. I'm facts.
Blue da boo dee ba dee da.
Ba-da-dee-da-da-dum,
You busting all my camera up, boy.
Did I mess it up?
No, you were shaking it.
Oh, there we go. Ash and Burns podcast coming at you today from the Man Cave studio
Kitchen.
here. The Man Cave kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird kitchen, but
Yeah.
so. What do you think about? Let's just get right into it. You want to get right into it?
Sure.
What do you think about young people nowadays in the service industry, like waiters, cashiers?
They need to stay off my lawn. I'll tell you that. We have the triathlon tomorrow, by the way.
Huh?
The triathlon at the house.
Oh God!
Yeah. The inconvenience for the second time.
You try to get down your road, and you're getting dirty looks from the cops.
Yeah.
And you're like, I live here.
When I left coming here tonight, they already had the little cones down the middle of the road. Yeah, bro. It's dumb. But anyway, young people in the service industry,
Well,
they suck, bro. They suck.
They suck. And I don't think we were that bad back in the days.
No, I used to be cashier and all, like for Arby's. Dude, I was lovely to people.
I was too.
This day and age,
They're just a bunch of jerk faces.
yeah,
They're just like,
because they all of them's got the same idea in their brain
what is that idea?
that they're not paid enough
To do low skill work.
to do low skill work.
And you're like, this is low skill work. That's
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'll start it off with, I've had two instances lately that has reminded me of, I guess, I don't want them kowtowing to me when I go buy deodorant at Walmart. Oh, sir, may I please help?
Yeah.
I don't want that. But God
But
bless.
but a smile on the face and a howdy doody would be all right.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Well, the kid at the food line. How y'all doing? You doing all right? So good. He's a young kid.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
The girl at the restaurant, our waiter was an older lady, so it was just a little, our age maybe.
Yeah.
Just totally fine. Not tall people.
Yeah.
A young lady, when we was checking out, she just like this whole time. And we were cutting up. We were just like, "Yeah, this is great. Yeah, thank
We
you."
just old fogies, man.
She's like, "Yes." And then she gave her seat, and she just turned around and walked off. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you don't want to be here."
Yeah.
And then that woman that bought stickers off of, Eddie bought stickers off her at the last drag race went to, and she was just like,
Because they're not paid enough.
just having a conversation. How you doing, day son, and all that. She's like, yeah. Yeah, what? I'd really be a content creator.
Yeah.
I want to be on OnlyFans.
Well, the thing is they're never going to get paid enough. Dude, you can pay them $1,000 an hour, but in their brain, it's still not enough.
Yeah, probably.
Because people they got that mentality behind it.
I think it's a little bit of that, and I think it's also the invention of the cell phone.
Yeah. The in social media, I like to call it.
In social media?
Yeah.
That's pretty smart. Did you get that from somebody, or you just think of that?
That's me.
I like that. That might be our new thing.
Because it's like, back in the day when you wanted to talk to somebody, you called them up. Now you can just go click, 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 and put your phone away. How impersonal is that?
Well, waiters will come up to you. Waitresses or waiters. Oh, can I get you?
Yeah.
You're like, I like the blah, 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 blah. What about this? No, we don't have that. And then they just walk off. You're like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But God forbid you don't leave a tip. But it's like, do you want me to text this to you? Because you always get it wrong, and you're just emotionless.
That's what I really hate about like drive-through and all that, which I don't really go to a lot of them anyway. But when I used to, easy order, easy. I want a number 6 unsweet tea. I'd always get a sweet tea.
Just like yeah.
And then my order's messed up, and it's like, so you complain you don't make enough money, but yet you can't take a simple order.
And every time I pull up to a window now, fast food, especially if it's like McDonald's, there's a bunch of young people back there working. They're just back there talking crap.
Yeah,
They're cussing, they're yelling at each other, and they're just, it's like a brouhaha back there.
we old man in it today.
Oh my God, we are old man in it.
We're old man in it right now, venting out because of young little punks.
Hey, y'all say it.
Alone,
You're
little
cussing in the back.
Whippersnappers.
Whippersnapper. Oh my God, we are old men in it today.
Yeah.
But they're back there just cutting up and going, hey, what the F I said about her. And, she said she did better. Oh, here's you.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Oh, what do you want?
Yeah. This is wrong. You got a receipt? No. Because sometimes I don't need a receipt. Now I'm like, I buy like a burger and a small fry. It's like $5. You want a receipt? I'm like, yeah. Because it's going to be wrong.
Making sure your taxes.
No,
proof of
because
taxes.
it's going to be wrong. And they're like, do you get a receipt? I'm like, here's my receipt. Last time I went to McDonald's, I ordered a number.
But if they make it wrong, they don't take the food back because they can't. So
I give it back to them.
All they're going to do is
want
throw it away.
That's fine. That's on them.
Be like, I'll keep it, and you better make my order.
I got I ordered like a number 3. I think it was number 3. Just a big old fat burger. I was hungry. I was like, a big old fat burger, fries, Coke. Boom. The simplest damn order, like you said. Yeah. And I get in line and I pay, and she's not very friendly. Beep. She pushes the thing out the window, and I scan it.
Yeah. And
then, receipt? I said, yes. And then I go to the second window, and they're like, yeah, see, I bet I got somebody, whatever, on their speaker. And they just hand my food to me. And then I'm like, I look at it, and I was like, this looks like a lot more food than I ordered. And I start trying to look in the bag to feel it, and the bag rips. And it's a 20-piece nugget with 2 fries, barbecue sauce. And I was like, looking at them at the window, and they're looking at me like I'm stupid. And then the thing finally goes, I'm like, this is not the right order. It's like, you didn't get a 20-piece nugget? I said, no, I got like a number 3.
Yeah.
And they're like, I said, sorry, the bag's ripped. And they're like, pull up that line. So I got to pull up line and wait. And I'm like,
yeah. Dude, I'm just kind of over it.
I think the problem is I'm expecting some kind of connection out of these young folks.
It's not even really about connection. It's just decency, man.
Maybe that's what I'm looking for.
Just small. I mean, it ain't got to be all gravitas. Just a little bit of
gravitas.
Yeah, it's just got to be a little bit of decency. I mean, we're 2 people trying to make it through the world. You ain't got to take your anger out on me. Who am I to you?
Waiters, I have the biggest problem with.
Well,
if they're young.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that waitress tonight, she's pretty good.
She's older. Yeah. And, she knows. And we
knows
were not a problem guests. We're just simple as could be.
Yeah.
We went to the restaurant earlier today. It's twice an 8-out day. Whew. The boy wanted Mexican after I took him to the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
And one of the coach says, y'all got chips yet? And he's like, no, ma'am. No big deal. She was like, okay. She's an older lady. She walked off, and then this chip girl walks up like 3 minutes later and is like,
slams it now. Yeah. She done got her butt.
She got chewed out. And I'm sitting there going, thank you. And she just walks off. And I'm like, I'm trying to teach the boy.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. And all that. Just in public, don't flip around and do crap,
Yeah. Be polite.
It's tough.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach my daughter that too, but she don't like to listen.
Not receptive to it. Here's the boy.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got to keep trying. You can't stop.
No.
Of course, I think the bad allergies really messed up their social development.
Yeah.
Even all my 2 kids are young, and now they're not so young, but And yours is getting older, and I'm starting to sweat
Oh,
off.
she's 40 years old, bro.
40 years old.
She's 40 years old.
Dude, I didn't see her for a minute, and then when she came over, she was like this tall when she
Yeah.
was like that tall, and now her voice got deeper.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Uncle Ash. I'm like,
Her voice is changing.
who is this
Even
child?
right now.
Is it worse now?
Yeah. Well, it's a little deeper.
I hadn't seen her in probably about a month and a half.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think that's right.
Dang,
When's
boy,
the last
what
time you
doing?
brought her over here? Huh?
Oh, no, it's been a while. You can't get out from that flipping iPad, man.
Did you ever do anything with that camera?
Yeah, it's still. Matter of fact, I just put brand new batteries in it.
My daughter hasn't done nothing on the camera I gave her. So I'm glad that
Yeah,
she's doing stuff.
she takes pictures of the cats and stuff like that.
Perfect. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
she's learning it.
Mine's like, and then we're like, well, you got to play guitar then. You got to play sports. Now she's like, I don't want to play guitar. I'm like, what do you want to do? Sit in bed and look at iPad all day? That's nothing
Yeah,
that's
all
what
they
she wants to
want.
do.
Yeah, and social, man.
Yeah.
We have lost our social capabilities.
She
Well,
rides,
not we.
She rides horses, and she thinks she's an athlete because she rides horses. And I'm like, look, I couldn't do it. But I don't know.
Well,
That's
I
know
don't
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if you can. I'm not into
Consider
the
yourself
interest, all the big into it or nothing. But
Mm.
I don't think riding a horse makes you that. It's like bowlers. People are like, man, them athletes.
bowler. I'm
It's like, bro,
if you can eat nachos and drink beer while you bowl, you're not an athlete.
like in the movie Kingpin. I don't know if you've seen that with Woody Harrelson.
Long time ago. Bill Murray.
Yeah, and that dude, golly, what's his name? The Amish dude. He's like, man,
Oh yeah.
I feel so honored to be in this room
Wait.
by athletes. And it's a bunch of dudes sitting around smoking, all big beer bellies. It's pretty funny.
It was funny when she went to the fridge and her nipples got all hard trying to distract the bowlers, and they're like not paying her attention. So then they brought like a sheep in, and they're like, so stupid.
Well, he gets up that one. She goes over there and gets it when they first meet her. And then Woody Harrelson's like, I'll take one too. And that Quaid guy's like, I'll get you one. He walks over there. He does it to him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And he's like, Woody Harrelson's like, thanks.
Thanks, guy.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
ate
I'm
some
kind
of
of
this
fidgety tonight, man.
We ate all that sugar
I don't know. My legs are like pistons.
because you've been
in
well.
that V8.
He's been working out more.
Yep.
He's done picked it up. Now he's putting weights on his legs,
Yeah.
and so and then you just ate a bunch of sugar today. Got poor service. No, we got good service and poor service, and then good service again. So
Yeah.
we saw a Carolina squat truck out in the wild. Stupid. Shouty. Had shouty.
Shout
SHAWTEY or something like that.
Something like that. I thought it was TY, but yeah.
Maybe TY. I think you're right. Shouty. Is it still recording?
Shout it. Yeah.
I put a privacy screen on it, so I can't see the screen now. I don't know. why I
Really?
did that. Yeah, I'm dumb. From this angle, I can't see. It's black from this angle.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Never even heard of that.
Hey,
It's Apple, ain't it?
no, I bought that. You can buy one for your
I'm
Samsung.
talking about it's an app.
Yeah, they have both these are Apple.
Oh, is it a?
Screen protector.
Oh, wow.
It's privacy.
I thought it was some setting in the Apple had it.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I don't know why they don't do that.
Because they want to be able to look in on you.
That's true.
Oh, flipping.
So young people
Yeah. I got a weird
don't like them.
topic.
Don't like them.
I got a weird topic that's not a young people. It talks about old stuff.
Let's go to it. We're 13 minutes in. Let's go for it.
The Smithsonian is burying the giant evidence. I don't know if you know that. About all that. Yeah.
The Smithsonian.
Yeah.
Okay, let's step back for a minute. Is the Smithsonian responsible for all the stuff in the world found? I guess
No, it's in America.
America thing.
Yeah. It's
So-
over in like the desert.
Are they hiding giants on American soil that we're excavating and finding?
Yep.
Okay,
Hiding the evidence of it.
I haven't heard about this. Now I've heard a lot of stories about giants being real.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's like over there in like Nevada area. But it was something where there was a cave. This dude back in like the 1900s went over there and started like looking around, and went down and found this cave system, and that he went in, and it was mummified giants because he was saying that they were 9 to 12 foot tall.
Good
And-
gracious.
Yeah, that's pretty good giant.
1900s, though.
Well, earlier. No, I think it was somewhere between like 1900 and like 1930, somewhere in that time.
Okay, so this guy.
span.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm reading the story. Go ahead.
No. He was over there and he saw him and he came back and he started talking to investors, saying, "Hey, we're going to create a business called, I don't know, something like Gravios, something. I don't know, maybe I forgot the name of it, but pretty much like worldwide enterprise, something crazy, you know." And so he got all these investors going up, and he started talking about it in public, and he was planning on taking more people back to excavate.
To get more.
He got investors to start a company, and then he was going to he was working it all out. It's taken him months to do this, and working out to build up a team. Instead of it just being him, he was going to have a team of people that he was going to take with him. But the night before the night before the day they were planning on going, they found his car. He was gone. Never saw again. But he was the only one that knew the location of the entrance.
Now, do you think that's real, or do you think that's a good story?
I think it's real.
I think it's real.
Yeah.
I know they talk about the Afghanistan giants.
Yeah. That was back in
I see a lot of photos online, like they found giant skeletons. It's like Photoshop, you know, AI, Photoshop. And then
I personally believe in it.
now here's the thing that in my brain, now a giant 9 foot, 12 foot human
Yep.
would require tremendous amount of muscle and mass to
Yep.
move.
Well, I saw another little short video of this dude. They were pointing out what they called a giant hammerhead, where it was like a big rock, and then it had like a big, huge chunk of metal next to it, but it was angled to be like a blacksmith hammer, and it had a hole all the way through it for like a shaft, but it would. You know, it probably weighed about a good 80, 90 pounds, and it's just raw metal, but it was shaped.
Could it be for a statue?
And
That
there
is
wasn't
tough
no
call.
statue.
I'm be devil's advocate, man. I
Yeah,
think
I
something's going on.
understand. Yeah.
To be that big, it would on a human skeleton. Now there was giant orangutans, Australopithecus, whatever, that was big giants. Bigfoot supposedly is like 9 foot to 10 foot tall.
Yeah.
So it's very possible. The giant fauna we used to have on this continent alone is crazy. Short-faced bear, the cave lions, all the giant dire wolves and all that stuff.
Which they brought back.
They actually didn't bring it back. Interesting.
What?
It is a modified gray wolf. They got the sequence of a gray wolf, and they know the sequence of a dire wolf.
Yeah.
It went to the gray wolf DNA and moved the data, moved the genes to mimic a dire wolf.
I thought they used DNA from a dire wolf.
They
and then
mapped it.
Oh, okay.
They mapped
Well,
it.
then it's basically a giant. It's a dire wolf.
Yeah, it's actually just a synthetic modified gray wolf. It doesn't have genetics from a dire wolf. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a copy.
Oh, our work group sent a thing out about that, and I said they should have brought back the dodo bird.
I want to see a dodo bird.
I want to eat one.
Oh, you want to eat one?
Yeah, because I heard that they, back in the day, they were talking about there was some good eating.
I bet they were. Okay, dodo bird. I want to try a bite.
But how do you spell dodo bird?
DODO? BIRD?
Well, not the bird part, but dodo.
DODO?
I spelt it DOODOO.
Doo-doo.
Well, the English language, we got into an argument about this.
Two O's make a long
Yes.
do.
And then doo-doo is DODO because it's doo-doo. And then the two O's make the O, so do. Yeah.
Like, look.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're like, no. And then, of course, my wife stepped in talking about, as a teacher, the English language. And I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah. I just won't say nothing no more. It's
Well,
just
she
easier
is-
for me not to say
You know,
anything.
she is a teacher, but still, it's like, it's the English language. I spelt it D-O-O-D-O-O for
Oh,
do.
that doo-doo.
Because you don't say, what did I say? Doer as for,
Doer?
doer for door. 'Cause
Oh.
door is D-O-O-R, so door.
Doe.
Well,
Doa.
yeah, you don't say doer as do with an
Yeah.
R. You say door because
It's
it's double O. It draws it out.
The kids used to get frustrated about spelling. And I said, listen,
Oh, I get frustrated. About
spelling isn't about knowing how the rules work.
Yeah,
Spelling in English language is memorization.
yeah, memorization.
That's all it really is.
Because I
kids.
suck at it.
Yeah, I do too. I spell things like they sound a lot of times.
Yeah,
And
they're back.
that didn't last very long, huh?
No,
But hey, we're podcasting.
I wonder if did you lock the door? I wonder if somebody's
I
trying to
locked the
break
door.
in.
I wish they would.
Shoot.
I got one for you, one for me down here.
Yeah.
I got the room right there.
Yeah.
Holla.
We need a 80s montage video of us
Dun,
just
dun, dun, dun,
strapping
dun,
up.
dun, dun, dun. Person's already got everything out of the house by the time we strap up. Dun, 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 dun.
Like that Venture Brothers.
Yeah, and they're done. They already got all the stuff and
Already
going.
gone.
We get upstairs like, oh man,
My brain's done skipped out on the doo-doo and
doo-doo
dodo.
dodos.
Yeah.
I wish they'd bring a dodo back just because I want to see it. I want to see a woolly mammoth. They got the woolly mice. Now that is, I think, DNA.
A woolly mice? Is it a big mouse?
It's real hairy. They used woolly mammoth DNA and put it in a mouse just to start kind of working on it. And it's like really hairy mice, like little fluff ball mice. It's crazy. But the dire wolf,
I don't like that.
really?
I don't like that.
The dire wolf, though, is not dire wolf DNA. It is a modified copy used on a gray wolf.
Wow.
Because we are like 1.6% off from a bonobo and a chimpanzee. So if they get our DNA strand and moved a couple of things, then we'd be chimpanzees. That crazy how much a difference that'd make?
Well, I don't know. I just don't like them messing around with that DNA, man. Because
They call it CRISPR, where they go in there and they can manipulate DNA sequences. And then
I know China, they be making them human-animal hybrids.
that's what a lot of the, like,
Them hybrids.
all these people that speak out about the CIA and what China's doing and Russia did about all the hybrid stuff. I know Russia really wanted ape soldiers, and they had labs all over the continent, like some in Africa. And all. They had labs where they was trying to get the chimpanzee or gorilla DNA and mix it with human to make perfect soldiers. There's a documentary on Netflix about it.
Wow.
China's made like pigmen and
Lizard man, too.
really.
Yeah. I saw a video of, it was like some dude's home camera, but he was out in the woods and he come up across like this well that was like, had like wood over it, but some of the wood was kind of deteriorating. So you can like look down in there.
I got a video about that on the other channel. The eyes looking up at you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
It was like a lizard dude or
Creepy,
whatever.
white.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a Russian backpacker.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. But dude,
He looks down in there. He's like, "Oh, look at that!" You know, kind of like interpretation. Like, oh, look at it. All of a sudden, he sees the face like look up at him,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Oh,
You saw the video then?
yeah."
Yeah.
It's on my other channel. Where I do a review of it.
But dude, I mean, imagine that thing escaped or something, or they just let it go, and it's just some creature living out, and it found some cave.
How? I mean, I don't know. Like salamanders grow their limbs back. Could they get that sequence, look at it as a salamander, and go, "Oh, so that's the sequence that makes you grow back. Let's put that code into human DNA." Like
Yeah.
I know we have different number of chromosomes between us, not
But
chromosomes.
wouldn't
but-
your skin? Wouldn't it change like the consistency of your skin? Maybe more slimy.
I
or
don't know because
smooth?
they can get this specific gene. Like here's a crazy one that just popped into mind. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog gene. Don't know why they called it that, but a specific gene that makes people have a 6th finger, and it's the Sonic the Hedgehog gene. The people that found it called it Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, that's that Nephilim giant gene.
But there's a couple people in the world that have 6 fingers on each hand, and it's just one particular little gene. It doesn't affect their skin or nothing. It just tells the gene to grow another finger here.
Yeah.
And so if you put the sequence of growing back a limb and just that, not skin, not mucus, not gills, and put it into, say, pituitary, I don't know, then technically you could program your body to be like, just grow back.
Well, your body grows back your liver.
Yeah.
It's one of
So why couldn't you just change that to limb?
Oh, no.
You know? I don't know. I think the future's going to be crazy.
I'm not a nerd.
Me neither.
I don't
we are.
I don't know about that DNA.
We are nerds, but young people suck at service.
I specialize in certain things.
Yeah.
My nerdery. I'm not a DNA genetic.
What are you doing that for?
I don't know.
You're like, DNA.
Why are you worried about what I'm doing?
I am. Always worry about you and what you're doing.
Oh, no, I was kicking that thing out from my foot.
Oh, the thing that you knocked over you didn't pick up?
Yeah.
Cool. No problem.
I didn't knock it over. I moved this, and it just, the cluttered up desk knocked it
Oh,
over.
yeah, it's pretty cluttered up. I like clutter. I can't think.
If
I really
it's
can't
all
think clearly if it's
clear.
all, if it's organized, everything's straight line, I can't think clearly. It's weird, isn't it? I'm the opposite.
I wonder
Because when I do something, I'm like, oh, I messed it up.
if you listen to something while you sleep, if that would fix it.
I don't want to mess my sleep up. I sleep very good. I don't know.
Have
Like,
you
talking
ever-
about fix it. I don't have those. I have the opposite OCDs. No, I'm lying. I have OCDs about certain things. Certain things really matter to me. But like right now, this desk, it doesn't affect me at all.
I don't not bother me either. Have you ever listened to the 421 frequency and all this?
I did that one time.
And you say you didn't like it?
Well, no, I did it. I don't think about it. I don't hear it. But it played all night, and it showed the right time.
Did you have better dreams, or?
I don't remember.
I know here recently I've been having some nightmares, man. And then my wife will wake up and she's saying she got nightmares too.
That happened to me about 2 weeks ago. I was talking about, I never have nightmares. I had a couple of nightmares, and then Amazon says she had some nightmares. So that might be that collective, 100 monkey experiment thing.
Even though we didn't really talk about it, we all just had it.
I think about that because sometimes I'll say something, and she'll like, I had the same experience. Not for not exactly, but it's like, yeah, I'd experienced that too. And it's like, and then you're talking about now the nightmares. I don't have nightmares, but I had some a while back, but last week I guess it was really.
Yeah.
It was a snake, and it was something else doing with one of the kids, and it's just like high anxiety, stress. No monsters. But waking up like, oh, that wasn't real. Okay, that wasn't real.
Yeah.
And she had that a couple times too. So it's just like, that's weird. Now you're telling me you've had it, and your wife's had it. And it's like, huh. I wonder.
I can't really remember the details, but I know that I've been having some bad dreams here recently.
Chemtrails.
Could be.
5G.
Could be the magnetic
Poles shifting.
and so it's messing with.
That's all right. I'll
everybody's
just put a
brain.
big magnet on my head. It'll be all right. Go around.
Tinfoil cap.
Tinfoil cap.
I want to try that. I want to do that for like a week straight.
A tinfoil?
Just wear nothing but tinfoil hat. See if.
But it's still coming through your eyes. Radio waves are still coming through your eyes. Your brain's right there and right here. And
I'll just make a helmet.
how you gonna breathe? Your brain's right there.
No, the brain ain't right there.
Brain's right here, bro. That's your primary. That's your primitive brain right there.
I'll wear like a.
You have to live in a Faraday.
Mandalorian.
Faraday all day.
I have that Mandalorian helmet. Just line it on the inside with aluminum foil and just wear it all the time. This is the way.
Yeah, but still through your neck. Waves come up through your neck.
No, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You cannot protect yourself from waves unless you do your whole body. Faraday cage, you might be able to.
Is that the where you sat inside with electricity?
Copper like mesh, not electricity, just copper mesh. They sell it.
What
Like
if I make it and then just have a bar in it so I can pick it up and just walk with it?
like a little box of just
Yeah.
it has to be the ground too, though. It has to be full coverage because radio waves will come in through the ground. Radio
How does
waves,
it go through the ground?
they just bounce and come through the ground and they absorb the ground, kick back out the ground. Waves crazy like that. Like at the office, we needed a Faraday to work on cell phones that we've seized. Well, that's too expensive to change a whole room to a Faraday. You have to do the floor, wall, ceilings, all entrances,
Why?
because waves will come in through every little crack you got.
Yeah, but why do you have to have the phone that secure?
Oh, so the bad guy or person can't delete their phone remotely or change things or like that.
How does that work?
If one of these phones got stolen, I could delete it remotely from here. Say delete.
What? Huh.
Yep.
See, I'm dumb about that. Man, my thumb, dude.
Still hurting.
Doggone it.
You're supposed to remember to talk about something.
Oh, yeah, today I was at work.
I thought this was talking about. Yeah, you can take ibuprofen.
Yeah, man, my thumb.
Ibuprofen. He's gonna have a boner here in a minute.
It was orange pills, not blue.
Hims.
No,
They
bro.
make. You see those red pills now? A little flame on it. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't have that issue.
I don't either. But I see ads for it every day because I'm, of advanced age.
Oh, okay. But no, I was at work and then sitting there making lunch, and my brother walks in, and he's like, "Dude, you need to see House of David." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you ought to see how accurate they are with those slings."
Oh,
And I was like, "Me and Ash were just talking about that."
he listens to the podcast.
And he was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm listening to it.
Told you.
I'm at that spot." And I was like, "You're listening."
we gave
to
him
it?
shouts out. Shout out. And we
okay.
actually we clowned him a little bit and we gave him shout out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, he listening.
My wife don't listen. There's my support system, huh?
Wow.
My mom,
Well, if she knew you were talking to me, she'd probably listen.
probably. Worked for your mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean nobody listens to this. Thanks, people that do.
Yeah.
I think it's an all right podcast. If this is perfect for people like ADD,
Yeah.
let's go back around talking about poor service from the young kids,
Oh, man.
Sam Squanches and Giants.
I love Sam Squinches. I wish they were real, man. So bad. Just, I mean, if I ever saw one, I'd probably be terrified.
They say everybody you freeze up. Yeah.
But I would like to get past that and be like, try to communicate with it. Be like, hey, how you doing?
The problem is with our species, if
We're
we
having a
found
good
out
time,
they were,
man.
we're having a good time, everything's good. The problem with our species, if we found out they were real, they'd be wiped out,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so
Because
they might be slipwalkers.
Humans fear what they don't understand.
And then we kill what we fear.
Yep. Just like them dragons.
Just like those dragons.
That's why there's none around anymore.
Because of good eating like a dodo.
Or just very dangerous because they can breathe fire and fly.
Kind of impossible to have a city and thrive if you had giant lizards walk around breathing fire on everything.
Yeah.
Breathing
Well,
fire, though, how could you do that physically? I don't think you can do that physically.
I do.
Nature is anything that breathes fire in nature. There's stuff that spits salt. There's stuff that spits blood at you through their eyes. There's stink spray.
There's a bombardier beetle. Shoots that flame out.
Flame or the acid?
Well, it's acid but burns.
Yeah.
But
We
there's
fart flame, technically.
There's
Methane.
There's that dude, watched the video. Of course, I always watch videos. But there's a dude that talked about fire-breathing dragon skull in the tip of the nose. It was shaped similar to a crocodile head, but it was like the skull was as big as his table, and the tips of its nose were bulbous. And he was like, now, I can't 100% say that this is like a dragon brain or a dragon skull. and it could breathe fire. But he's like, say nobody knew what electric eel was, and all they did was found its bone.
Yeah, they're a crazy looking skeleton.
Would you ever believe that they could throw 250 volts into you when they got all their soft parts?
Ah, that's interesting.
So like,
if you pulled up a skeleton, you would think, oh, giant lizard fish.
yeah.
Or even a lizard, mayhaps, with the extendable jaw and another little jaw inside of it.
Yeah.
But you've never thought about it making electricity.
Yeah. And so the little bulbous is more of like, maybe it couldn't breathe fire like fire, but what if it can just go and snot out a little fireball?
Could be.
If
Stored
it had
gas, or who knows, man.
two different chemicals splash and then
Like acid or something, catch stuff on fire.
yeah. Food for thought. Food for thought. Big brain over here.
Big brain working overtime. Slow down,
Yeah.
slow
I
down.
know.
Leave the rest of us behind.
That's why that's what I like about giants, man. And the Smithsonian covering it up.
So, who said that Smithsonian's covered it, and what would benefit them covering it up?
It would benefit them because they want to control the narrative of history. If you never bring up giants, then you can just say, "Hey, we're just people, all this simpleton." Because, like I've said in the past, dude, people that were alive 1,000 years ago, that doesn't mean they were dumber than we are today.
I think a lot of evidence is pointing to the fact that I think we're not as smart as we think we are. We're
Yeah.
not the smartest there was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We went to mechanical instead of earth energy.
Well, I don't know if you've seen this, but they've recently found, well, not recently, it's been a while, but they've recently understood what this machine was. A diver back in like the 70s dived down and found treasures, but then he found like this big old blob of like bronze metal, and it was
bunch of gears and stuff.
yeah, a bunch of gears, but they were all like corroded over. And so they took over time doing scans and then creating up technology for better and better. Come to find out, dude, it was basically an analog computer, and it was dated to be back where like Greece was in Rome was all like Alexander the Great and all them, like dated back then. But the machine, it literally it could calculate where the sun was at any given time, where the moon was at any given time, even day or night, or the day during the day they can calculate where the moon was if it wasn't visible. It calculated holidays. It calculated the sea tide, high tide, low tide, all throughout. It was flawless.
That's crazy.
Holidays.
Can we do that
throughout
now?
the year? No,
Well,
dude.
we got computers that can do it.
Well,
definitely.
computers, but not off of just gears.
Analog.
But it even kept up with like astrology stuff, like where constellations was, and it's all.
So
just
you could
this
input
box.
it, and it would say, "Oh, here's what it is."
Yeah.
Oh.
And they believed that it was for navigation on the seas.
Because that's why it's in the ocean, found in the ocean.
Yeah, found off of a shipwreck in the ocean. A ship sunk, had it on there, navigate. But they were estimating that only very, very rich people would have it, just because the intricacy of the building, and then because gears. They're talking about one gear had specifically like 235 teeth on it.
Handmade, maybe.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to mill that thing.
Yeah.
Some way you would mill it. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think thousands of years ago people were just dumb. I think they were way smart. I mean, Galileo, dude, he was way back in the Dark Ages before that, but yet constellations and stuff. He mapped out
stonesmithing of like these structures and stuff.
Yeah.
That's something we can't do nowadays.
Nope.
How the hell did they do it back then? Perfect angles, perfect fits. Stone.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Because they got better technology. It just was lost.
Well, I mean, that may be true. But it's crazy how that's kind of a new way of thinking recently.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the Earth's flat. The sun revolves around us. It's like, well, no, actually, we're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Can you believe that we may be on a ball tracking around the sun? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
now it's not only that, it's also the sun's revolving around the galaxy.
and the galaxies
And all the galaxies are revolve around a center.
Yeah, they're revolving. Yeah, not a center, but they're out there skipping along different gravitational pulls. It's like a big giant spider web out there. The giant mega structures they're seeing, and there's giant sections of nothing.
Yeah.
And
Well, they say like a lot of the galaxies like over here, and then there's like space of nothingness, and then it's like our galaxies over here, surrounded by nothing really.
mm-hmm. Andromeda is going to collide with us in like 50 trillion years or some shit. I don't know. It might be some more of that, but yeah. Two galaxies are going to collide because they're drawn to each other, one black hole by two black holes. I don't know. Anyway,
Ain't my problem.
ain't my problem either.
I won't be here.
When the sun expands, 5 miles of the planet's crust is going to go out into the solar system because it's just going to melt it. And so everything, every particle of atom that I am will be just space dust.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well.
Yeah, I watched another video about it. It went to each planet saying how long you would survive on it. Dude, Jupiter, you're dead even before while you're falling through like the first layer.
The gravity, the pressure.
Well, the gravity and then also the heat.
Oh, the heat.
Well, I think it's for Jupiter because it's a gas giant.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first layer of it is methane, so it's very cold. It's like negative 400 degrees Celsius or something.
You're dead.
Yeah, so and then by the time you're dead, and then you'd fall more into it. That's when you start hitting like acid part of it, and then that's not even like when you get to the center or like to the. Well, it doesn't really have a crust, but like you get to like the crust area, and that's when it's like molten low, high temperatures, just because it's like a
compacted.
Yeah, that and a greenhouse effect.
What's the color of Jupiter?
It's supposed to be, like from what we can tell, red and orange and all that.
It's actually blue.
Oh wow!
Ain't that crazy?
And the gases.
The latest picture we taken, it's more blue. That's because NASA has been putting filters on all the pictures. The Mars landscape, what color is the Mars sky?
I think it's like purple or something, ain't it?
It showed like red or yellow or orange.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be purple or something.
It's like blue.
Yeah.
The planet's not red. It's not. It's crazy. It's just like dirt.
They lied,
NASA's
man.
been putting filters on all their photos forever.
Well, they're controlling the information.
Like you look up a picture. Another phone. I do got another phone over here. Look up a modern picture of Jupiter because they got called out on it, and so now they don't put filters on the pictures they submit out, and it's like Jupiter's blue. It's like kind of blue gray teal.
Well, I know there's if you look up like Google Earth and you pan out to where it's like you can see like the clouds, they do like a lot of copy paste.
Yes, the same clouds.
Yeah, all over.
It's ridiculous.
Why? Why? Just show us what it is.
No, they got to copy and paste. They got to manipulate it. I don't know why they have to manipulate it. But then they go, here's the representation of the Earth. It's
And
like,
that's why I don't
it's not.
trust any of it.
No, I agree.
Because it's all lies.
But yeah, the Martian landscape, they put like orange sky and red dirt. And it's like, no. Because the thing is people are getting smart, and sulfur's gotten smart. Sulfur's like, oh, this is a filter on this. And so they'll take away the filter, and it's like, well, that's the real.
Yeah.
NASA, what are you doing? So now NASA's like, oh, our bad. Now they don't put filters on it because people can tell if there's filters now and stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So.
Why aren't Elon showing us pictures of Mars? Don't he have rovers out there yet?
No, just NASA.
I wonder if
he hasn't been to Mars or anything.
I wonder if you could send like me and you, if we build a rover, could we launch it up and go take it to another planet? Or do we have to have the umbrella of the government over us?
That's a good question.
What law would we break?
I know
going to another planet.
I know he had to go through a lot of regulation.
Yeah, for what?
I know it's like this has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, what does our government have to do with?
I just need clearance from the space. I need clearance, a window for me to launch whatever I want to in space. Yeah, they don't own that.
Yeah, exactly.
My baggage is real bad.
Just like nobody owns Antarctica.
Nobody owns that dirt out there, but damn, I got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, well, the government owns it.
No, they don't. I own it. I bought it.
No, you don't own it. You're renting it from them.
That's something.
and you'll always be renting it. Just remember, folks, income tax was supposed to be temporary.
That's a T-shirt.
That was a He-Man quote.
Remember.
Yeah.
I did a video today, and that editor has a voice changer, and so I changed it to Rick from Rick and Morty,
Mm-hmm.
and so I try to sound like Rick on that video, and I even burped a couple of times. So I put the filter over it. Yeah, I put the filter over it, and it sounds kind of close, but high pitch.
Oh, let me tell you. My brother was telling me today about Grok. He was like, dude, you should get Grok. And I was like, why? And I was like, I don't want to mess with any of that. Like, I don't trust AI whatsoever. I don't want any. He was like, okay. And he pulled out the phone, and he was like, hey, can you tell me about my big bro? And it was like, it started going like, oh. It's starting to be like, to me, it was like very not classy. It was like, oh,
you can set that up. You can set.
That's what he was saying. Like, oh, let me tell you about your big bad brother. Oh, that blah, blah. I bet you he's the type that walks in a room and everybody shuts up because he's so all. And I was like,
yeah, you can make it. You can make it talk to you.
Well, he said it was like
unhinged. Yeah,
and so he took that off, and I was like, you know what? Because you said it, I was like, have it search up Alabama Burns. And it was like, oh, I bet Alabama Burn. I bet she's so hot and nasty that she wants to go burn down trailers and stuff. And I was like, what in the world? Like it has no clue.
No clue who Alabama Burns is.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And I was like, yes. You
will be famous one day
when AI takes over and it has no clue who I am.
Where is Alabama Burns?
It don't even know who that
guy is.
Yeah, it don't know about me. I'll be safe.
Y'all little. I run every episode through AI to give me a transcript.
Well, it don't know nothing about me. At least Grok doesn't.
ChatGPT knows about you.
Well, it don't need to. You can go ahead and just delete those files.
I can. It's in there. I mean, I can't delete them, but I mean, it's still out there.
It's all connected to the hive mind now.
YouTube's AI. They got AI running it.
Well,
you on the grid, baby boy? I got your face and all that. Your phone's got your face.
It don't know who I am.
No, it knows. I want it to know who I am because I want it to know when I kill it and bury it. Yeah,
can't bury it.
You can bury anything.
Can't bury an idea.
Yeah, you put an idea in a jar and bury it.
You might as well just poot in it.
Yeah, open it up. Put it in time capsule, big old fart.
I wonder if it would stay that way, or over time the methane would just weaken and break down and deteriorate.
I don't know.
Oh, look, somebody just put air in the jar.
It's just air.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like cabbage or anything.
Yeah. Oh no, I just don't like AI.
I like it because I want to know how it works. Every time I do like an art piece, not art piece, that sounds crazy. I have an idea in my head, and I'm like, I really can't draw it because I don't have the know-how. Oh, AI can help me sort it out, and so I'll type in a prompt, and AI gives me pretty much what I'm thinking of, and so then I'll put something together. Like I designed a new logo for this track meet that we're going to have here soon, like a drag race. We got a 67 GTO talking. I know we actually have a 2019 Mustang GTCS talking smack about this guy's 67 Pontiac GTO. And they're going to drag it out. So I was like, all right, well, let's go. I made a little banner for it. We got to set a date, and they're going to drag a race. And I'm going to have champagne and a bunch of stuff at the winner's circle, make a big thing of it. Be stupid. We're going to weld this giant trophy together of like all these different car parts and shit. Make a T-shirt for them. Promotional thing. And so I had an idea for a logo. I'm like, I want to make a logo that is red and black. It has checkered flags on it, and it has like a wheel, maybe blood on it or something. I typed all that in and gave me just about pretty much what I was looking for. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I don't trust
That's pretty cool.
I bet it is. When a T1000 kicks in your door.
That's all right. Take me, T1000. Take me to your leader.
No, it's going to take you to the dirt.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a friend of
Well, I bet
AI
you are.
and machines.
It's weird how it doesn't have feelings, but it's going to be your friend.
It's weird how sex robots are now being made, and they're like, what, $25,000 for a good one, and like $5,000 for a decent one. Sex robots that talk and move.
That's what these younger folks are going to go toward.
What's the point of dating a girl when you just buy one for $5,000?
Yeah, exactly.
Change her vagina out every weekend.
That's
Just
going to
put
be
it in the sink and wash it.
low population because it ain't going to be
Yeah.
real breeding and mating and weddings and
I mean, these
connections.
These weeblos will try to marry them.
Yeah, bro.
So we need to get into the business of making repair parts for sex dolls, like making repair vaginas and repair boobs.
I'll let you deal with that.
And then you can learn how to program them like other electronic parts.
No, bro.
Get their mouth working just right and stuff.
I don't know how to do all that.
You need to learn. We can make a lot of money on all these sex robots coming up.
No, bro.
Come into our workshop. You come into our workshop and there's like, latex vaginas laying around.
Grease and oil
Yeah,
all over me.
There's like just latex vaginas laying around. I was like, hey, this is going into a Asian model. And then you're like, you're crafting it. And you're like,
That'd
you got to
be
put the
so
servos
weird.
on it so it squeezes just right.
That'd be weird, bro.
There's people out there doing it now.
I can't do it.
Making like robotic boys. Like, okay, that's weird. You got the actuator to make his penis hard. And if we're sitting here working on it and you got all these penis casts on our work desk and we got a little soldering in here, making money, son. Fixing sex robots. Oh, you need a new vagina refresh on that model right there. I got one. Pick one right here off this wall right here. Do you want one that self-cleans?
Not me.
Do you want one that grips back that has maybe suction?
That's too out of the wall for me.
It'd be the same clientele every day.
I'll just be happy being poor if it comes to that.
Big old nerds walking in here like losers. Like, oh yes, I like to have.
Big loser. So they're a loser for buying it, but you're not a loser for making it.
I am alpha, selling it to these losers.
No, you're a loser.
Nah.
for making it.
I'm just giving people what they want. Do you?
Testing it out?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Oh,
So you're one of them.
that is a worn out vagina. You need a new one. All right, let's walk over to the shelf. Walk over here with me real quick. Now this one right here. This one right here. Yeah, this is the cheap model.
Yeah, that's
right.
that
This will get you
$2.
by. But what I have to do is I have to order from Japan the new model that has the clinch on it. And do you want full bush? Do you want what do you want? Because I got my ladies over here that can sew it on. Dude, I'm telling you, that's the future. That's the future. There'll be these
No, didn't Japan make a horse? They're making a horse.
I seen that. Oh, hang on, we can't just go from sex
Yeah.
dolls to horses.
Yeah, because it's an actual horse.
It makes you uncomfortable talking about sex parts.
Well, no, it's just a
Okay,
horse.
so now we're going into making robotic creatures. Okay, here we go. Let's change from the sex dolls.
Well, it's robotic. It's all the same.
So they have plans to make a 4-legged horse with like motorcycle controls.
But they have an actual model, and it was like I saw a video where a person was actually riding one up a mountain.
I don't think they had it yet. Okay,
Yeah.
but it looked pretty
Maybe
cool.
Probably could be AI.
I think it was computer generated. When I say this is prototype they're designing.
Yeah.
It had like a little windshield. It has no head. Doesn't have the head of a horse.
It's just the body and the legs.
It's like putting a motorcycle body
It's
on 4 legs.
one of those dogs, but
Yes,
horse size.
jumping over stuff and running. Yeah, I seen that.
I wonder.
I'd like to have one.
Yeah, I wonder how much the battery life would be.
Then you need to just go ahead and put nuclear power in them.
Well, dude,
What?
you sell somebody a small nuclear reactor, somebody's going to make a bomb out of it.
Maybe.
That's the only stupid thing about people.
Radiation.
You can't have
Can't have
honest
that stuff.
people.
Well, you can't even buy Sudafed over the counter now. You have to like ask for it and show me damn ID because of meth heads.
Yeah,
Can't have nothing.
nothing. So they definitely, this ain't the world of Fallout. They ain't going to sell you a miniature nuclear reactor.
Well, it's like these
With
nuclear
fusion
subs.
cores.
Nuclear subs make no sound and could run for years
Yeah.
underwater.
But the government owns that.
Nuclear subs.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we could run this city off of just a small nuclear plant, but we can't because people are stupid.
Yeah.
Oops, we got a radiation leak because I'm an idiot.
Well, yeah.
Robots run it. AI will run our little nuclear
Japan's
plant.
got those dark factories, I heard.
Dark factories? What's that?
It's factories that are completely ran by robots and AI.
Oh, no lights.
You only have to have lights on. They're just in there working.
That's cool.
Well, it's a lot of jobs that ain't being filled. But
I want it like Cecil room, like from Invincible, where it's all white and you can't see. You've seen that? You've seen Invincible?
I've seen 1 and 2, season 1 and 2, not 3.
Yeah, you've seen that where he goes into the white rooms. Because you drink regular water and it prevents you from seeing in the room until he turns on certain lights.
If you drink regular water,
He says the reason why you can't see it is because you drink regular water, and they put a chemical in the regular water.
I don't
so you
remember
can't.
that part.
Oh, well, this conversation's moot. I can't believe you.
Why don't you just go ahead and explain it to me?
So there's a room where he does all his lab work, and it's just white because our eyes, we can't see in here because we drink water. They add chemical into it, therefore we can't see in there.
Of course, the government would put secret chemicals
It's just
in
a
your
cartoon.
water.
But Disney does have a color that you don't see.
Who?
Disney. They paint a lot of their buildings and a lot of their property a color that is hard for us to see. It's weird. That's a serious thing. It's like a gray teal. And they paint it on stuff in their parks they don't want you to see because your eyes, I mean, you can see it if you look at it, you're like, oh, but your eyes kind of just don't really pay attention to that color.
It's more of like the flashy colors.
No,
No, I'm talking about the rest of the park is real flashy colors, so your eyes are drawn.
So
to
you
it.
you got Mickey's house here, this little talking tree or whatever,
Yeah.
and behind it you got like the
a little drab workshop shed.
So they paint
out.
it that color, and your eyes kind of don't see it. It doesn't develop that color. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I'm telling you, Disney's evil.
Disney's something, isn't they?
They're evil.
I don't know if they're
just
evil.
like the government. Evil.
I think at a certain point everything's evil.
Well, yeah. 'Cause
Churches are evil.
humans.
Humans.
It's humans.
Yeah, humans are evil. Not evil and inherit, but
Yeah, they are.
evil, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Young kids are suck at service.
Yeah.
Giants are being hidden by the Smithsonian. The government's got white rooms. Disney's got.
Well, I mean,
Paint.
there's a lot of Native American tribes that talked about giants.
I never really got into the giant thing. To me, it just seems unreasonable. But
No, they giants.
it's not
bro.
impossible.
They giants, bro. Big burial mounds. You got them big monoliths.
I'd believe more in giant titans, like laying down on the side, like make mountains and shit. That seems cool, huh?
I think that's a little too
big.
Too big.
Well, they say King Kong couldn't really be King Kong because the structure of a gorilla couldn't hold that much weight.
It could if its bones were dense enough.
Even then, it had to be some kind of special bone. Regular bones, just because they're bigger doesn't mean they're stronger. That's what they're saying. Brontosaurus, the way it was designed is to carry that weight. A gorilla, King Kong, is not designed to carry that weight.
Well,
So it wouldn't work. His joints wouldn't work.
says who? The same people that.
Bumblebees can't fly
Yeah.
by physics.
Yeah.
That's what they
Well,
say.
yeah, there they go.
There they go. There goes.
I kill a lot of them.
Yeah. You're impossible. This is not supposed to happen. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
DRT.
Right in the face.
What's going on, buddy? With my 130 eyeballs. Whoa.
Does it?
Man, I don't know. Bees got a lot of Dude, you're the expert.
No, bees have 2 eyes.
Yeah, but they're
Like
compound
ours.
eyes.
No, they're like ours. Flies have compound eyes.
I thought most insects have compound.
I mean, they could.
You're the damn expert.
I turn that switch off at 5:00.
Oh my God.
Now I'm just dumb human being
I'm
down here
just
having this conversation.
I'm just Alabama Burns eating pie and chocolate.
Oh man, that pie.
Good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't finish mine because it's just too
I
much.
saw that.
I'm not.
You're
going,
like, I'll take the bigger one.
well,
Didn't even finish it.
I have started not on purpose, but I've upped the dose of the Wegovy. And if I eat too much, I feel like crap. So now I'm like,
Wegovy.
that's the
The chemical inside of that.
it's just Wegovy. There's Wegovy and there's Ozempic and there's something else. It's the same thing. It's just
Oh, it's the brand name.
yeah.
Okay.
Wegovy doesn't care about your diabetes. It doesn't have the extra stuff for diabetes. It's just like Ozempic.
Yeah.
And so mine's a mental thing, my portion control, and I'm just always hungry.
Mm-hmm.
With this right here, it's really kind of cut that off.
You eat a lot of protein.
If I ate more protein and stopped the sugar drinks, I'd be about 60 pounds lighter by now.
Yeah.
But I drank the crap out of soda, and I still eat junk. Just not as much. I have lost like 15 pounds last I checked. Today's probably the most I've ate in a long time. Because a lot of times I won't do lunch, and I'll come home and eat half the dinner I used to,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm good. If I eat any more than that, I'm like, I feel like crap.
I feel all right.
Oh, you're burning calories, and you're not taking as much calories as you did.
Yeah.
It's the strength I wish I had. I wish I had my old body, my young body.
Well, you got to start at step one, maybe.
I know.
Just take a small step.
I know, you're right.
Work on it.
Every time I do
another
that,
step.
though, I hurt myself. Shoulder, knee,
Well, because you
ankle,
probably
back.
try to go too hard at once. Just
Maybe so.
ease into it, baby.
Start walking. And then
Don't
start
dive into the deep end. Waddle down the shallow end. Just waddle on in. Yeah. Tiptoe in.
Do you remember last
you
year
foot.
our big plans for this spring and summer?
Nope. What were we talking about?
Adventures.
Well, I know you were wanting to go camping and stuff.
Hiking and camping.
And then I've been on
You've
the
been getting
treadmill.
ready, and you've been
then you're like, no, man.
I'll be all right.
Yeah.
be
No, I ain't carrying you out of there.
Yeah, you are.
No. I ain't got the cripple wagon no more. I can't come pull up with AC blasting.
Oh, the Alabama cripple wagon.
Yep. That car's gone. That van's gone.
I bought a new car this week.
Yeah. Let's hear about the other channel.
Mechanicsville. Please like and subscribe. This one will actually probably make money.
That was dumb.
TheMechanicsville.com.
It doesn't say the on there.
Yeah, it does. The.
Oh, the tiny small print?
Yeah. Because Mechanicsville.com is already taken.
Of course.
But we bought a, I don't know what year. I got the title of it upstairs. We bought a Chevelle. Not an SS. I don't know crap about cars.
Super Sport?
Yeah, it's not an SS. But it's a mint condition.
Or SS.
SS. No, Secret Service. Yeah, that gets overlooked, don't it? People really don't think about that.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of things are called SS. You're like, but nobody thinks about it. It's like, yeah, Super Sport. Secret Service. What was SS? And
I can't remember.
SS was just two lightning bolts. Wasn't just letter S, was it?
Well, I think it was a branch of the SS.
I don't know.
I don't know the meaning of it, but
So
SS.
we got a Chevelle. It's in great shape. It's had one owner. It is the tires are dry rotted. They're gone. So it has to get new tires. And all the trim and stuff has been taken off of it and put in the trunk.
Okay.
And
Weird.
yeah, I don't know. I think he was planning on painting it. And so we got it for a cheap price. The lady just doesn't want it no more. Her husband passed away, and so
Yeah, get it out of here.
she had a Monte Carlo that we wanted. She sold it before we had a chance to get to it. But anyway, so we got this 60-something.
No, y'all had the chance.
Yeah, that's another whole story. Yeah, that's another whole story. I went over yesterday and gave her the money, and she signed the title over to me. And it's just
Awesome.
like, so now it's sitting over there. We still got to get it. But it's like,
She's going to start charging y'all a lot fee.
I asked her about that. She said, no, honey. It's sitting there for 30 years, and it's fine.
Well, it's not hers anymore. She can legally
That's true. That's
she
true.
can legally charge you a
Yeah.
lot fee.
Yeah.
Storage fee.
Well, I'm trying to get the boys motivated, but that's another story itself. One of them was motivated. One was like, let's get it. And I'm like, let's go. And he's like,
Where you gonna put it? Down here on the pad?
No, Commission's house.
Well, you need to go over there and help him.
Mm-hmm. He's ready. We just got to go get it. We'll wait for it not to be so muddy because it's not by a driveway. It's all out in the middle of a field in this barn. Yeah.
From yesterday and today, saturated.
Yep.
April showers.
And I've
baby.
done the mud bogging before. I ain't doing it again.
Yeah.
I got
Well, you
stuck.
can't use the white truck.
Because it'll get stuck.
Yeah.
Well, we'll pull it out. We got ways to pull things out.
Okay. I believe you.
And we got to have a trailer. So we think we might have a trailer. We'll go over and load it up. I don't know how fuck we can load it up.
You don't need a trailer. Oh, yeah, with no tires.
Yeah, the tires are so dry rotted. They're like the walls are just on the ground, rims. The tires are just rot. And so I said, well, let me just put 4 new tires on it and then push it out. They're like, oh, yeah. Where's the 4 tires at? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, gotta go buy them.
It's got tires in the car. It has tires on the thing. And it has 4 tires in the car. The seats are taken out and put on the roof to keep it from getting all musty in there. But it's in a barn. It's all in great shape. A few little rust spots, not much. But for the price we paid for
Oh,
it,
you can buffer that out.
dude, right now, as is, we've tripled the money already. Just selling it as is might want to buy it. We bought it at a low
We'll
price.
fix it up.
We are. We're going to
Get your
fix
little
it up.
grease hands in there.
Yep. We're going to fix it up, and we're either going to turn it into a dragster or we're going to just flip it. Because we also have a Corvette that we're getting for free, just the body. No engine, no transmission.
Mm.
We're getting a free
Is it
early
red?
90s red. Early.
How did I guess that?
Did I tell you this already?
Nope. I guessed it because I'm a good guesser.
Yeah, it's red, and we're getting it, and we've already got a motor for it. We've already got a transmission
With
for it.
white trim.
I think all the trim's been taken off. I don't know,
Ooh.
but we might turn that one into a drift car.
So it's clear trim then because it ain't there.
I don't know.
You can't see it. It's a joke. Ba-doom. Dang. Yeah, that's the one.
But I mean, we're really busy.
I'll be here all night.
Gonna need your help, lad.
Yeah.
Don't do. I can't, 'cause I gotta go take a poop, and I'm scared of ghosts. That's you. That's
Yeah,
you.
saying
I
go take a
can't. I
poop.
gotta go bowl.
Well, that was. I made plans, and then you called me up and was like, "Hey, why don't you come film a car?" Okay.
I do need help though.
Yeah. Well, like I've told you every other time,
No,
Plan
no
it
planning.
and date
It's
it.
gonna be just I need you now.
Oh,
And
well,
you're gonna
I'm
be like-
busy.
No, you ain't.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm busy.
Playing 14?
Nope. Tomorrow I'm busy.
Yeah,
Breaking
tomorrow.
down.
Tomorrow we're busy. I'm excited about it.
Sunday I'm just going to lounge around.
Is
not
this
gonna do
supposed to?
anything.
Yeah, I ain't doing shit Sunday. The last couple Saturdays I've been busy. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow?
I don't know. I was hoping not.
I don't know if it is or not. If it is, we still doing it or are you cutting it? Pulling? Okay.
I'm not going to stand out in the rain doing all that bull crap.
I'll do whatever you do. If you do it, I'm there with you.
No, I'm a big old.
New panty? Poo nanny?
Well, I'm a big old glob of sugar. I'll melt in that rain, boy. I'm too sweet. Melt in
Sure.
the rain.
Sure, buddy.
That reminded me of that old book or that short story that I read when I was a kid about a family.
Willy Wonka?
No, it's about a family. I forgot. The author's like really weird looking because, you know, they put their pictures on the back. But he was really weird. But he wrote a short story about a family that was kind of weird. And then a little boy got friends with the little kid's family boy. And he came over and he said that the kitchen was like immaculately clean, like it was never used and all this and that. And it was like all weird. And then at the very end, they never really came outside or nothing like that. But at the very end, they were gone in the car and it was pouring down raining. and they pulled back in the garage or in the carport, and they were trying to run to the front door, but they all dissolved, and they come to find out the whole family was just big old blocks of sugar.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I remember
Goosebumps or something?
No, it was some. I think it was 4th grade. I read it.
Big twist. They're all just made out of sugar.
Yeah,
They don't eat. That's why their kitchen's so clean.
yeah,
Ants.
exactly.
The ants. So come
Oh,
on.
they probably would have ants.
Whew.
Yeah. Well, dang, Hoss, we an hour 10 in.
Ash and Burnz podcast brought to you by no one. We're not sponsored by anybody yet.
Man, give that thumbs up. Killed me.
Oh, bro. We still got to do a strong cast if you want to after this.
Yeah.
All right. Ash and Burnz. Check us out at ashandburnz@gmail.com. Check out accordingtoplans.com. That's where you take us According to Plans YouTube channel. And
Well, we're on According to Plans.
I know this is the According to Plans YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Featuring the Ash and Burnz podcast. A podcast where we talk about everything and anything.
Yeah.
A little bit of queso. And so, I'm North Carolina Ash.
Alabama Burns.
That's
man.
right, baby. And there's old Mr. Trump behind us right there, and there's the eagle behind him.
Right, America, baby.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Actually, eagles go
Yeah,
horrible. Anywho,
I could do that. Yeah.
Ash and Burnz. All right, I'll push that button. Is it stopped? Okay, that's stopped.
Holla.
Young people suck.